Good morning. Welcome to Build Day 20. Editor's note. Yesterday I mentioned about not screwing up on the day count. Guess what? I screwed up on yesterday's day count. I think it said it was day 18 when it was day 19. See, I told you things like that happen every year. Breakfast of the day. We are going to have a very busy day. So I'm debating on, do we have enough time for a big breakfast, or should we have a big breakfast? I think both. I think we need to take the time, because we're going to need the energy. So for today, let's see. Oh, I know what I want. Belgian waffles. A couple of big plate-sized Belgian waffles with strawberries and whipped cream over the top, and a side of eggs and bacon, and some milk. A big, huge, tall glass of milk to wash it down. There's your breakfast of the day. Now, yesterday, we left you in here in the pirate display. Last thing I did last night was get the netting up in here. And we've got draped down the walls over there and over in here. Now, we've got a lot of scrap pieces. Sue-Ann is going to be bringing them in eventually before we open and doing this wall and the entrance. And we'll use some small zip ties. Zip tie here to get kind of a, drapey sway. I had enough over there and over there to do it with a big net. The problem is it would have interfered with the doorways. Would have hung down the doorways. I don't want people, killing themselves trying to get through it. So, I left it short. So we still use a lot of our little scrap pieces. I got a little bit of a pile there of them. I got more in the back. But we finished with that. And then over here, some of the other stuff that we brought in from the shed in the back, and we've got a mess, is a lot of the cemetery pieces were brought out yesterday too. So we got all of this. And that's about as far as we went. Now, I still have my pneumatic pirate captain that stands up, swings a sword, an ammo box, some oars, and one or two other miscellaneous things that go into the pirate sitting out back because I didn't want them in the way while we were trying. Here, let me get over here, Kaylee. There you go. There you go. There was a big enough hole there she could have slid through easily, but she doesn't like to. She wants the door open. And I gotta get the gate open. Come on, Kay. Kay, come. Here she comes. But, anyway. Oh, the pumpkin pile out front that Sue-Ann did, that I've shown a couple of times. We've still got all of these to put in. They'll be going into the different displays. And there's the stuff out back out there that still needs to go into the pirate. Today, hold on, Kaylee wants in. Okay. Didn't think you'd want a shot of me opening up the door. You already had one door open. Today, we are going to be tackling the basement. And by the time we're done with the basement, we're probably going to be exhausted because there's going to be a lot of running up and down the stairs carrying big pieces out here. But we've got stuff for the photo hall, for the pirate, for the witch, multiple displays down there. All of it needs to be brought out here and put into their displays. I don't know if we'll get them put together, but they need to be brought out here and put in their displays. We also have the stuff in the spare bedroom from the attic that needs to be brought out here and put in their display so we can get in here and just start putting things together, display by display. And I also need to get the framework for the screen for the graveyard put together. We are going to be mounting the projector up here on this corner wall, and it will be shining there on the arborvitae. And I've got to do a framework to hold the screen material. I need to have that in before I can put any of the graveyard together. Plus, I told Sue Ann I'd put some peepers in the bushes, and then she can go around and cobweb things. I got to do that on all the bushes that are exposed all the way down. And that might be the first thing I do out here, because I told her I'd do that so she could at least cobweb those. But I can't put the peepers in, and she can't cobweb until that screen frame is in. So that might be the first thing I work on today. I don't know. It depends what type of a hair up my ass I get. I've got to get Kaylee back out here so she can do her job. We've got to go move the truck. I got to get the blow-ups plugged in. And then we're going to get busy. Not exactly sure what type of footage you're going to get today. Probably just a walkthrough of the haunt, showing all the piles of clutter everywhere. I don't know if we'll actually get into setting anything up or not. But we'll find out. Hi. I checked the weather before we even got started this morning. Said we were supposed to have wind and rain up until 8 a.m. this morning. Got out here, no wind, and sunshine, and partly cloudy. You know, a few clouds here and there. Well, sun's disappeared. Still don't have any wind, but we're getting rain. The rain hit us late. It's only supposed to rain for a couple hours. We're in the water room. I figured I'd give you a look at what we got out here between what we had in the backyard and what we had in the basement. And I'll be doing this in segments here. We're in the water room right now. I got a wheel down there, part of the piping for the water wall, another part for the water wall, and the last set of piping for the water wall. Ouch! Get snagged on things. Now, over to the gypsy. Now, for the gypsy, we got the heads out. I got a chest underneath there and a table underneath there. Cover, because there's no cover over here, and I didn't want them getting soaked. So we got that, and then we turn over here to the pirate. We got the oars out, the ship's wheel, Jen's picture, and Jen is Jen Smith's haunt, or Jen's Haunt Smith. Something like that. A beautiful little lady down in the California area. Got the pirate captain out here, the ammo box, the treasure chest, and the base for the bar. Now out here, we also got the power station out here. I gotta get it plugged in so I can at least start doing the low voltage. But this is how I control my whole haunt. I've got 3 banks of 12 volt on here. This bank of 12 volt will run all my lighting. This bank of 12 volt will run any props along with my brain boxes. That way I can turn individual props off if need be. And then I've got a backup 12 volt in case something fails over here. I can plug it in over here. And then this is 5 volt. Now these toggle switches up here, that's my main power. That turns on just the low voltage. And then here, I got blow, T1, T2, T3. Blow is my circuit for the blow-ups and the water pumps in the blacklight room. And then T1, T2, T3 are trunk line 1, trunk line 2, trunk line 3. These run my 3 different zones of household current. And I can kill those just by, throwing a switch. I need to get all that stuff plugged in. I need to get the power pole in. And then on the inside, there's the wiring mess. I got 2 server power supplies and 2 computer power supplies. The 2 server power supplies are set up to do 12 volt. And I think it's like 70 amps per server when they're maxed out. And then the computer power supplies are 50 amp. And one does the backup 12 volt and the other one does the 5 volt. So we got that done. Then over here in the witch, we got the fireplace out. A lot of pieces of that. The biggest mess is over here in the graveyard. We got all the mechs out and light boxes, pillars. Mike Allen's coffins from the coffin guy. Got our gargoyles out for the that will go in here, plus the little boxes that go in all the holes. Out here at the entrance, I got the rules sign out. It needs to get hung. And over here in the photo hallway, we got the light boxes out and semi in place, along with the Skullabra, which I went ahead and put together because I didn't want the skulls laying on the ground. They are a ceramic skull. And then the last light box here. Oh, well, so we can put one there too. And then that goes into corn there. But it's been a busy morning. The stuff in the shed actually came out yesterday, and I tried to show you a clip of that last night. The basement stuff, Sue-Ann, Morgan, and I are exhausted. We had to drag everything up the stairs out here and what have you. And there was a couple of big pieces that weighed a lot. So we've been kind of just taking a breather. We took a lot of breathers in between bringing stuff out. But now, I think our next step is going to be the spare bedroom. It has everything else in it. We're not going to bring it all out, but we're going to bring some of it out, and then we'll get started messing around out here. Exactly where and what display we're going to work on first, I don't know. With the rain, I haven't decided whether I want to get wet or not. But still more stuff to bring out before I can actually get started putting stuff together. One other quick clip. We had that windstorm that came through last night, and we did take a little bit of damage on the roofing that I need to get fixed too. One was right here in the corner, it ripped. So I'll get in here and I'll re-staple it once it dries out, and then put some Gorilla Tape over that corner to fix that. And then the other spot, which I knew we were going to have problems with, is right by where the air blaster is, and this came loose. So I'm going to have to re-staple that through there and try to rig up something to pin it down, because the nozzle for where I hook up my hose and the rest of the piping and stuff is kind of in the way, so I can't really do a Hellmouth system up there. But I've got to rig something up for that, or eventually that whole thing is going to tear apart and I'll be redoing the roofing. It's that time of the day. It's happy hour. And on a cold, wet day, we are going to have a Boston Sour. And we've got bourbon, lemon juice, simple syrup, or maple syrup, and egg white. Simple ingredients for a simple drink, which ought to get us warmed up, because it's been cold and wet today. We need something to warm us up. Hey, people. It's getting a little dark, so I figured I'd use the cell phone, show you some of the mess we got from bringing stuff out from the bedroom and what we've gotten done. Now I do have, and here, we'll flip the camera over this way. I got the frame in for the projection screen in the graveyard. And some of the miscellaneous junk that we brought out from the bedroom and downstairs. It's been extremely wet today. A lot of rain and stuff, and it's getting cold. It's down to 54 degrees. So Ram's got his winter coat on. But I got in here and we got the peepers in for Sue so she can cobweb in here. And then we did some work over here in this area. I've still got to get the buzzards in yet. Haven't made it quite that far. But I've been working on Bart the Butler. Not Bart Butler, but Bart the Butler. And low bridge. Got them pretty much all put together. Went to put them into place. And I need to adjust his roof. His roof is not out far enough. So I'm going to have to get my step ladder out here and slide it forward. The only problem is I made the entrance hall a little more narrower this year. And if I have this all the way extended like it needs to be, it's going to be on the back of the skeleton. So, I don't know. I am going to have to do it because I don't want Bart getting ruined. I got the thing locked. I also made it in, and you can see there, light bulbs, green light bulbs. I got the green light bulbs in the enter, red over there in the exit. We got George put in. Got the scarecrow over in the corn put in. Got the rule sign up. We've just been kind of putzing around today. And it seems like everything is taking longer due to the rain. So I'm not too sure how long I'm going to be out here. I would like to get both Bart and the vultures in tonight. I'll definitely get Bart in. He's major. The vultures, I'll probably wait till tomorrow. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I'll give you another look, and I'm being blinded by the light on the camera, so I don't know what you're getting for footage. You might be getting my forehead, or you might be getting the roof. I don't know. But I'm going to at least get Bart into place and covered, and then go from there. Like I said, I'm not sure how long I'm going to stay out here. But anyway, I'm going to get back to work. Okay, we got Bart the butler in. I got his roof moved over, and boy did I have a hell of a time with that. In order to get to the back corner of that thing, I had to take that sheet of plywood loose, move it over so I could get up in there, attach it, and then put it back and reattach it. But it is in place. Bart is protected for the time being. He's a little further forward than I normally like. I got to looking at last couple of years' vlogs, and I only have a 2-foot wall sticking out here. I normally have 2 of them. You know, if I have a 4-foot aisleway here, or a little bit more than that, so he usually sits a little bit further back, and he's not. He's a little further forward this year. The candelabra he's holding is going to be out in the weather, but that doesn't bother me a bit. I can always replace the LEDs if need be. Now I still have, and I don't know if they'll show up on this camera, down there on the ground, I have 2 buzzards that light up. They go right up in here. I have a little piece of plywood I'll put up there to anchor them to. I'm cold and I'm wet. I think I'm going to call it quits tonight. I don't know what time it is. I know it's around 8, in between 8 and 8:30 somewhere. But I think Ram is going to call it quits to get in the house to warm up. I've had a long day with moving everything out here and then getting done when I have gotten done. And we've been kind of hopping all over the place. So I am bagging it for today. Let me get cleaned up and we will go do our end of the day wrap up. Okay, quickie end of the day wrap up. At least I hope it's quickie. You never know with the way I ramble. Ram rambles a lot. You guys should be used to that now after all my vlogs. We had a very busy day. Got quite a bit accomplished actually, though if you look what I got done out in the haunt, it doesn't look like it. We started at about 7:30, 8 o'clock this morning. Got all the stuff from the basement, except for the lighting and the electronics. That's the only thing haunt related still in the basement. All the other haunt stuff is out here in their displays and needs to be put into position and set up. We had some pirate stuff in the backyard, left over from the shed last night. Got that moved out here to the pirate display. And then we worked on the attic stuff that we brought down that we had stored in the spare bedroom. Got about half of that stuff. out here. The other half is stuff in tubs and what have you. It's still in the bedroom. And the stuff in the tubs is display centered, I guess, or however you want to call it. In other words, you open up one tub, you can look at, okay, this goes in the witch. You open up another tub, okay, that's Jiffy. Open up another tub, it's Pirate, and what have you. So when I get to a display that has a tub with it, I can just go in and grab that tub and bring it out, and then set up that display. So that stuff will stay in there for now until I need it for a display. Got that done. I went and I got the framework for the projection screen in the graveyard done. Got the peepers in. There are 6 sets of peepers, so 6 arborvitaes got peepers in them. And they're, for the most part, wired. They just need to be plugged in. I ran all the wiring over to a central spot, so when I get power, I can just run power to that one spot instead of 6 separate spots. And then in the process of digging out the peepers, I found what I call a light bar. It's one of those multi-plug strips. You can hook up like 8, 9 different things on it. I bought one that had a 20-foot cord on it, which is nice. That way I don't have to run an extension cord all the way out to the photo op, to power what will be the fountains, all the fountains and the blow-ups. I could use a shorter extension cord. When we did the photo op and ran power out there for the blow-ups, I couldn't find it, so I had one with only a 6-foot pigtail on it, and I wasn't going to have enough cord, extension cord, the one I like to use, to make it to the power box. Well, when I was doing the peepers, I found buried in that box the light bar that goes in out there, so I went and got that put in. Since I had to get into the corn area to mess with extension cords and stuff for that, I went ahead and I got the scarecrow in the corn area. Don't think I showed you that. The gates were locked at that time, and I didn't like opening the gates. We also got the Scalabra into place and pretty much set up. It still needs its fogger and its book. Haven't gotten that far yet. What else? Oh, we got George, our talking skeleton. He's been at the exit for eons now. He's one of my oldest props, too. He still works, except for the mouth. The mouth doesn't open and close anymore. I think the plastic tab inside the skull broke, finally. But he still turns his head and still says his dialogue, and he's kind of a fan favorite. I know we've got some teenagers now, in their upper teens that came through as kids. Used to stand by George and get their picture taken with George, with him saying his dialogue and moving his head. And they still, every year they come by, they have to have a picture with George. That's their one thing. They got to get a picture with George. Even if they don't have time to go through the haunt, they'll always ask, mind if we sneak in and get a picture with George? I don't have time to go through the haunt. Yeah, go ahead. It's kind of a tradition for quite a few of the kids that have grown up with the haunt. God, it's surprising. 17 years this year we've been doing this, and we've got kids bringing their kids, and God, it makes you feel old. But anyway, we got George in. I got the Erie Acres cemetery sign up on the fence. The enter and exit arches have their light bulbs in them. What else? Oh, we got the rules sign installed. It still needs power. And we got Bart the Butler done. So, a lot done today. Quite a bit. Just not all in one area. It was scattered all over the place. I have a big Bluetooth speaker I usually have out here, and I'm blaring music while I'm working, in an area and whatever. I didn't even have that dang thing on today. You know, just because I wasn't in one spot for very long. I was just all over the place. Now, tomorrow, I got to get the 2 buzzards up yet. That'll be first order of business tomorrow, barring anything unforeseen happening. Anyway, I got the 2 buzzards to put in, and then we'll be moving into the chain haul. I got to get all the chains hung, and I got a new prop. We bought down at Costco. I bought another Costco prop. You'll see that tomorrow. I got to get it assembled, and that's going to take a while because this will be my first time assembling it. I know Bart, the butler, when I first got him, I got him at Costco. It took over an hour, almost 2 hours to get him put together just because of all the pieces, and I'd never done it before. Now I can do it in about a half hour to 40 minutes and have him put together and work. I don't even need to look at the directions. But this new prop is the display piece for the chain hallway. So we got to get the chains hung, get that in. I don't foresee that all that taking all day long. So we'll probably get started on the graveyard. Graveyard is going to probably take a couple of days to do. There's a lot to do in there, especially with the mausoleum and all the pneumatics and everything else. So we'll get started on the graveyard tomorrow, but I doubt we'll get past it or even get it finished. So anyway, I'm going to go in and warm up. Stay spooky. Stay toxic.